and welcome, beautiful, to day 3 of 7 days of gratitude. Today is all about opening the space of the heart. So physically opening it up, energetically, so that we can really explore more things in our life right now to be grateful for, and really allow space for more things to come into our life that we can be grateful for. So the only thing you're going to need besides your journal is a rolled up towel. I have a rolled up mat here. It's like a beach mat here that you can use, or a workout mat or something like that you can use, but you'll just need that in your journal. So make sure you're in something nice and cozy, and let's get going. So we'll begin in child's pose, knees apart, big toes touching, and relaxing the torso between the legs here, bringing the elbows as wide as the mat. The hands can either be underneath the forehead if it doesn't quite touch the ground, or create this diamond shape with the finger and the thumbs. Grounding into the floor with our breath, releasing and surrendering to this moment. Tend to your heart space as we open during this class, accepting what is, forgiving yourself for maybe stepping off track in the mind or in the heart. Always come back to this love, to this surrender, to this acceptance, and this intention to open. This declaration and affirmation to be open, to receive. Press into the arms and the hands with care to come back up. Coming onto the hands and knees, and then relaxing yourself slowly onto the belly. Finding our next pose, Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders or a little bit in front of the shoulders, depending on how open you feel today. I'm just releasing the feet here before relaxing them on the floor. Still activating through the core just slightly so that as not to put too much tension on the low back. Really listen to yourself, open up the chest here. Keeping the back of the neck long, so that may mean you need to look past your fingertips. And breathing deeply, knowing that you don't need to go to the absolute fullest expression just yet. Allow your body to settle into the pose. We will be here for a couple minutes. Lower your chest to the floor, bringing your hands underneath the shoulders. Move slowly and just shifting the hips from side to side, wiggling out and loosening the low back. Carefully press into the hands to come back up. Taking a nice kneeling position. If kneeling is not comfortable for you, take an easy seat here. We'll begin massaging and just opening up by tapping. So using our fingertips, the very tips of our fingers, and just tapping along the chest. Feeling where there may be any tension, any resistance. Just tapping, you might get a little red. Try not to do it super hard, but just enough so that you feel a little bit of a massage along the chest. Going to the shoulders, in front of the armpits here, all along the chest, up to the collarbone. Breathe as you do this. Let it be your anchor. And now, massaging with the fingertips, taking circular motions along the chest, maybe taking one of the hands and kind of doing where I'm doing. There's this little ball normally, this little knot that may be there next to the armpit, the side of the breast, really in this area between the shoulder and your heart. And it's okay to kind of move that other hand around as you massage. Just rub around where it feels good, experiment, loosen, breathe into it. And then when you feel ready, you can move on to the other side. Begin to find that area, a nice juicy area that just needs a little extra love. Breathe into that. All a part of the energetic field of your heart here, the whole chest. So it needs a little extra love sometimes. Finish out massaging wherever you are. You can roll the shoulders, do a little stretch to kind of open up and loosen it up. And then we'll go ahead and grab our towel or blanket, whatever it may be. We're gonna fold it so that it has some nice girth here. So making sure it's not super soft. We want something a little bit more stable. You can also use like a foam roller or something, but just make sure you're using something that's not going to be too tense for you. We will be doing a subscapular release, so if you bring your hand underneath the armpit, not just cupping it, just right underneath it, and you might be able to feel this is under your shoulder blade and right next to the breast here, just on this inside. We will be relaxing this area onto the blanket. So relax onto your right side, just as if you're just gonna lay down on a pillow, but bringing that towel right in that area. It may feel a little tight here, so if you were to rub there, you can kind of feel where we need to apply that pressure to release the buildup of tissue here and just to release any tension. So kind of find that spot for you, adjust as needed, take your time. And whenever you're ready, you can relax your head on the right arm, relaxing the hands wherever, the legs just kind of laying there. Allow your whole body weight to just melt into this towel and into the mat. Breathe into it. Know that you can kind of come out of it a little bit if there's too much pressure there. Simply get comfortable with this release. We often neglect this area of the body. It's so important. Breathe, close the eyes, and relax. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale it out through the mouth. We'll begin now to gently straighten the legs and press ourselves up, kind of like a mermaid here. So you may need to adjust the hands here. Maybe the right hand needs to come further away from the body or closer, just to open up this side and to stretch out what we have released. Breathing into your right side. Relaxing the shoulders. Try not to lock the elbows. Find a place of ease for you. Take a deep breath in, feel tall, and as you exhale, bend through the knees, find your way onto your seat. Taking half butterfly, the left leg comes out long, angled at your side, and the right heel comes into the groin. Make sure you feel nice and rooted in your seat. Go ahead and grab your journal. We will be journaling in this pose. But first and foremost, taking a nice deep inhale, reaching that right arm up and bending over to the left. Flexing into the left leg if that feels good. Otherwise, you can keep it slightly bent or even use your towel to put underneath the knee here. I'm using my towel as a little placeholder for my elbow so that I'm nice and comfortable and still kind of folding to the side over that left leg. So find what feels good here for you, even if you have a block or something to put your journal on so you can journal here. Just take your time, get comfortable. And then just starting our journaling. It could be those 5 things you're grateful for or anything that kind of comes to mind. Be open, breathe deeply, find a place where you won't be fidgeting too much. Finish out wherever you are. And carefully set that journal aside and begin this whole sequence on the other side. Taking that towel or roller and placing it where the subscapularis is, so right in that juicy, normally tight area underneath the armpit and next to the chest, underneath the shoulder blade. Relaxing it, laying on your left side now. Wiggling around to find your place of stillness. Adjusting the pressure as needed. Maybe you need more. Breathing and closing the eyes once you're there. Allowing this release as you put pressure into this point. Let your head and neck go. Relax the hips. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, pressing into your hands, gently straightening the legs, finding that kind of mermaid pose. It's actually called lying Buddha, but I always call it mermaid. Not locking through the elbows, keeping them soft. Stretching through the left side body, breathing into it. Notice the effects of that release. Take one last breath. And once you exhale, bending through the legs and making your way onto your seat for half butterfly on the other side. The right leg goes long out to the side at an angle, flexing into the foot. Maybe putting something under the knee if you need to. Reaching the left arm up and over to stretch, opening the chest to the side. And then finding your own configuration for journaling in this moment, finishing out where you are, starting anew. Still breathing, listening to the body, and listening to whatever comes up. Just let it all come out on paper. Finish out wherever you are. And once you feel finished, you can set your journal aside. We won't be needing it. Unless something comes to you, you can always just grab it. Move slowly onto hands and knees. You might want to use the blanket or the towel underneath the knees here. You're gonna want it. Keeping the knees under the hips, hip width apart. And dropping into puppy. So reaching the hands forward to allow the forehead to lay on the earth. Relaxing the chest, opening up the shoulders and the chest. Maybe pulling the belly in a little bit so that you're not arching too much in the low back. But just listen to your body, adjust as needed. If you need something underneath the forehead, if it doesn't reach the ground, you can go ahead and grab something. Relax yourself here, breathing deeply. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As you inhale now, pressing your hands back up to tabletop. Take any movement you need. And we'll gently move the towel or blanket aside. and make our way onto our back. Bring the feet hip-width apart. Relax the left leg out long. Pull the right knee into the chest. And gently use the left hand to bring the right knee over towards the left, twisting, supine twist. You can reach that right arm up to the side, diagonal, make a cactus shape. Just remember to breathe into the belly, twisting from your core. Relaxing both shoulders on the floor. Allow this to be really soothing and detoxing for you. When you feel you found a comfortable spot, find stillness. On your next breath in, make your way back to center. Nice and slow. Pulling that knee in one more time before stretching it out long. And gently switching sides. So pulling the left knee in, right leg long. And bringing that left knee over to the right to twist. Making sure both shoulders are on the floor, taking whatever variation with that left hand that you would like, and looking wherever feels comfortable. Find your place and breathe into the stillness. On your next inhale, gently coming to center, pulling that knee back in for one last hug, and then allowing it to reach out long. Relaxing the palms now to your sides, opening up, take up space here on the floor. Palms shining up, feet just relaxing and hanging loose. Drop those shoulder blades underneath you. Close the eyes and return to your natural flow of breath. Staying in this Shavasana, feeling this unconditional love, this natural state of being that you have nurtured today. If you feel you would like some more opening, you can take that towel or roller, whatever that it is that you have, and put it underneath the shoulder blades here, underneath the ribs. And then just lay over it, bringing the hands above the head if you'd like, allowing yourself to surrender and release even more, breathing into all this open space. Otherwise, you can stay flat on the earth in Shavasana. Begin to take deep belly breaths, returning by wiggling those fingers and toes, bending through the knees, maybe removing that towel, and rolling onto your right side. Lay on this side just for another moment. Cradle yourself in this love. And then gently, with grace, push yourself on up into an easy seat. We'll reach those arms up on an inhale. Fingertips and palms meet. Exhale, bring them down to your heart. Let your gaze follow your fingertips, bowing towards your hands, giving yourself thanks. Breathe deeply as you bring the thumbs to the third eye and bow. Namaste. Thank you very much for opening your heart with me today. Let me know how you're feeling down in the comments down below so I can encourage you and send you more love and support. If you feel that you need to journal any further or do any intuitive movement or shake it out from all that stillness, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm sending you all my love and I will see you tomorrow for day 4.